Hi all, I'm Caroline. I am one of our client care specialists at Prytania Vet, but I also run our social media. And today we're with Dr. Taylor, our newest veterinarian, and I thought we'd take this time just to get to know her just a little bit better.
I'm Dr. Taylor. I started here in July, but I'll be full-time in September.
That's so exciting.
Super pumped, can't wait. I graduated from LSU Vet School in May, so that was exciting, and I just can't wait to be here.
Have you always wanted to go to LSU?
Yes, that has always been. I wanted the in-state school experience. I loved the football games. I went there for undergrad too. So I love
And you went to
LSU.
Sacred Heart for high school?
Yep, Enola girl. I went to Sacred Heart, so I've never left. You know, I've always been in Louisiana, close to home.
Yeah, and a little known fact is I'm Dr. Nathan's daughter. And Taylor is Dr. Gear's daughter. So we kind of grew up together running around this place.
We were running around making trouble from when we were younger.
And it's just so crazy to think, like, out of all of the kids, like, you're the only one that's actually become a vet.
Yeah, so far. We still have 4 more.
True, the next generation.
Could be 5 more that could be becoming vets. So
yeah.
Pressure's on them.
Totally, yeah. So have you always wanted to be a vet, or?
Yes, from the beginning, there's been nothing else that I wanted to do. I think watching, like, our parents here and then, just the relationships they have with clients and how much people trust them and how can you be working with animals too. It just seems like the coolest job in the world.
Yeah, it is fun. And so, like, I know growing up here, it was so fun because my mom would bring home, like, itty-bitty bottle babies. And, like, my sister and I would play with them and, like, nurse them. And that's how you got this guy, wasn't he a bottle baby?
That's how I got Orange Kitten. I picked him up from school. He was in a litter with 3 other kittens. They were all cream, and he was the only orange one. So when I was feeding him, waking up in the middle of the night and keeping track of everybody, he was Orange Kitten. So the name kind of stuck because I kept him. And I was like, well, he's Orange Kitten. It's going to be his name.
And how many pets do you have right now? I know we have him, and then we also have Aunt Dewey.
On Dewey, and I have 2 dogs and 3 cats in a 2-bedroom apartment. It wasn't easy finding a place in New Orleans that wanted me and 5 animals.
Shocker.
But I found one, and so it's on Dewey. Frank is my 80-pound mutt, and then I have Marie, Ollie, and Orange Kitten, my cats.
How'd you end up with Frank?
Frank, I got in vet school too. He came in, he was a shelter dog that got taken in by a foster home, and the foster noticed that he couldn't open his mouth more than like half an inch, so he couldn't pant, couldn't vomit. He could eat like small kibbles but really wasn't eating well. So she raised a bunch of money to get this surgery for him. He broke his jaw when he was younger, so he got like kicked in the face or hit by a car, and his jaw healed but it fused to his skull, so he had to come in to get surgery to remove like a section of his jaw basically. But his foster mom raised the money, and the day he came in for the surgery is when I saw him.
Were you part of the team?
I was not. My friend was actually on the team though, and she knew he needed a home, and she alerted me to his presence because she knows I'm a sucker. And so I took him home even though I already had 4 animals.
What's one more?
Yeah.
And so, you're so cute. So what type of medicine do you like to practice?
Preventative medicine.
Preventative?
Yeah. I love trying to keep animals as healthy as possible and catching disease early.
Mm-hmm. And I know we get so many clients every day who ask a lot of questions about flea and heartworm preventatives.
Yeah.
And so why should they be on those year round?
Mosquitoes are what transmit heartworms, and those are so prevalent down here. I mean, I know we all know that. But if you look at a map, they come out with these maps every couple of years of the prevalence of heartworm disease in the United States, and they have shades of red to kind of represent, the
where it's common,
and we are the darkest shade of
Lucky
red.
us.
Yeah, we are like the super dark shade of red, and it's all concentrated in South Louisiana, so it's just so prevalent here, and we don't really get a good winter.
Yeah, it's true. We don't have that hard freeze.
Yep, mosquitoes are always around.
Yeah. And like today, for example, we have 3 cases here currently getting heartworm treatment. Yeah. And they'll be back in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
my dog's getting heartworm treatment because he got heartworms in the shelter.
Oh, that's so hard.
So it's super common.
And so what is one thing you wish, besides making sure their pets are on flea and heartworm year round, what is the one thing you wish every pet owner knew?
Pet food, I feel like that's such a huge topic right now, and so it's so hard for people to find a good food for their dog because there's so much false information and misleading advertisements, and you think you're feeding this really good diet to your dog or your cat, and it turns out it's really not great, and you're paying a lot of money for it. So it's so hard to find good, correct information. I think the 2 biggest things right now are raw food diets, which don't feed your animals raw food diets. They're so
Please don't.
dangerous for so many reasons. And grain-free diets, we all know, we've seen those, that information going around about the FDA investigating.
Oh no, I don't really know much about that.
Yeah, so the FDA is investigating the possibility of a link between grain-free diets and this certain kind of heart disease. We've typically, certain breeds are known for getting, it's called dilated cardiomyopathy. Certain breeds are kind of predisposed to it, but we've been seeing an increase in breeds that we haven't historically seen the disease in. So we're kind of like, hey, what's going on there? And it's still it's under investigation. Nothing is certain.
You're still doing the research.
Yeah, and grain-free diets aren't bad. I just think people have this misconception that if you have an allergic dog, grain-free diets is the way to go. And dogs usually aren't allergic to grain. It's beef or chicken or whatever protein. That's like the number one and number two allergy. Come here, monster.
He is just so cute.
Yes.
How old is he?
He is like 2 or 3.
Oh, so
I
sweet.
should know that because he has a birthday. I have so many.
You have so many pets.
He's like 3.
And when you're not at work and you're not hanging out with your pets, what do you like to do?
I love hanging out with friends. I have a bucket list of restaurants to go to on the weekends to try. So I love checking stuff off that list. I love eating my way through festivals, all of the local festivals. And I love spending time outside when it's not mid-August. That hasn't been too much fun lately, but normally I really enjoy walking my dogs and being outside.
Well, if y'all have any suggestions for Dr. Taylor, put it in the comments below, like what restaurants you should try, and because you've been out of town for a while.
I've been in Baton Rouge for the last 7 years, and I've been visiting home, but there's still like a lot of new stuff that I don't know about.
And in that vein, we'll be doing another one of these videos in about 2 weeks on August the 28th with Dr. Nathan, my mom. So if you have any questions you want us to ask her, please put them in the comments below.
Yes.
We're also thinking of maybe doing a Facebook Live video. If that's something y'all are interested, also let us know. And please send in questions. I'm not the most creative sometimes, so we definitely need some more. So I hope you have a good one and have a good day. Bye-bye.